Okay, so if you didn't know, the infamous one is supposed to be getting a remake because, well, game development is going in a direction that is, well, slow. It's slower now. It takes longer to make games, and then when they do come out, they probably aren't even finished, and yada yada. No one's buying them. People only buy what they know. So, long story short, even the game stops are closing down. It's like, are they ending near me? Let me think about this. There might be one. Like, there might be one. I don't know if it's still there, but yeah, most of them are closing. And real tragedy. Um, cause it's just too expensive. Anyways, you know, things get expensive. It's safer to just remake a old game, and Infamous One is remembered fondly, especially fondly because it's hard to get now. As in, you literally cannot buy it. Even if you have a on the modern consoles, you can't buy it. The only way to play it is through their fucking game streaming service, which sucks. It's really dependent on whether or not you have good internet, and it's not you actually owning the game. That's gross. So I'm gonna be saying what I want from an Infamous One remake, which to make it justify its own existence, because that's something that because doesn't need to exist. No, I think if people could just play the game, that would be enough. But that's not the world we live in. They're gonna remake it, and okay, well, actually, the thing I want every game remake to do is to just include the original. And I don't think that's a crazy thing to ask for because the original game is always smaller. Because games just keep getting bigger. I think the original game asking to fit what the extra like 9 GB or whatever of a fucking Infamous One. That's not a lot to ask for. Anyways, um, but the first thing I think the Infamous One remake should do is really take into like, oh my, yo, fuck off. Is really focus on the colors. I think I've said before, Infamous Second Son, and by extension First Light is a very pretty game. Like I like this. I like the way this looks. But the first game, not so much. I think it was made at the time where everything was gray, which is why Cole has a buzz cut, and also it's funny that the Electra guy has a buzz cut. But the wars were going on around that time. But yeah, the colors. The color palette of the comics, which I think should also be included in the Infamous One remake, uh, because I mean, you're buying the same game again. Why not just give me everything with it? That's not crazy. That's not a crazy thing to ask for. Like, it should be the most accessible. Well, not accessible because you have to pay for it, but it should just have everything. It should be like the definitive edition, and I am definitive edition, and much like Xenoblade Definitive Edition, it should have challenge levels. Movement challenges, different boss fights, different levels. I think that would be a pretty good way to justify old fans getting it if there's new shit. And I think they probably would have to get new voice actors. I don't know. I'm not like a big enough fan to know if any of them died or anything, but the voice actor, we're gonna carry that over into character. The characters in the first Infamous game are not good. The Sasha character.
Make him pay, lover. Make him pay. Make him pay for what he's done to me. Kill him! Ooh, he's hurting, Cole. I can feel it from here. I love you so much. I can make anyone do what you want, Cole. Anyone. Men. Women. Ooh, think of the women. I hope you're ready.
Is yikes! You can't do that anymore. That's misogynistic in the way that they'll have like a woman character. She'll be evil and she likes sex, and that's like, and she throws herself at you like, Cole, get in me. It's disgusting. It's boring. No one talks about Sasha. And I think just more instances of like throwaway line, not even throwaway lines, like important lines, and like I don't know, lore things you can get as a reward for doing the challenges or whatever. Also the challenge rewards, I think ideally would be just skins because that's or oh sorry, costumes because skins are multiplayer, costumes single player. Um, so two costumes for Cole would be fun. Um, I think ooh, also new music because the first game soundtrack is not something that like people talk about, and I think if you're already going back, that might be a lot to ask for, new music, but it's not something I liked about the original game. Just in the same way, I don't like how like Evil Cole, he's supposed to like he loses the color in his skin. He becomes pale and shit. So, but it just doesn't look good because the rest of the game is so fucking gray, and like I don't know. What I'm getting at is that they really need to work on the colors to keep it muted for that grungy look, but like readable and pleasant because it does not look like that. It didn't age well. But yeah, extra character stuff like this is one garbage guy who you fight that no one has ever talked about. And I think when a character's good, you're gonna see like a YouTube video on him, like Ghetto from JJK. He's got like a few videos on him, and he doesn't even show up that much. I mean, he has like that one the one arc, but yeah, he doesn't show up a lot. But people like talking about him, and he probably because he looks cool. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, the garbage guy from Infamous One. I don't remember his name, but I just remember you climb up that tower. He could have more character. Moya, she could have. I think Moya was done rather well. She's one of the better characters. I think probably the top three are, Cole, Moya, and Zeke. Zeke is such a shit, but I guess some people like that. He's a product of the time. Okay, so what else would the Infamous One remake need to do to justify its own existence? Oh, God, this one's obvious. This is the last one, by the way. Gyro aim. If you don't know what this is, it's motion controls. The PlayStation controllers have had motion control since the PS3, and despite the Infamous series being shooters, you're still aiming with the sticks. Like, I think I have the sensitivity as yeah. You can't even change the sensitivity in this. You have normal, fast, and slow. This is some Pokemon Nintendo shit. What like? This is as fast as I can move it. I can't do 360s in this. But if I had gyro, which would just let me control it better, as it's just like shown to do, I think that would help sort of take the shackles off and let the developers challenge the player more. Because then you would be expected to do 180s and shit for 360s or whatever the fuck. But I probably should like. No, I don't want to edit this. I don't care that much. I'm just speaking. But like, yeah. So to recap, better colors because the game was pretty ugly. Better character writing. Please, just mute Sasha. I think even you don't even have to be like a cuck feminist to dislike Sasha because it's just not. She's not attractive. She's not appealing. The character is like L Faps. What are we doing here? Yeah, challenge levels, please. For your longtime fans coming back, give them something to do. Costumes, that's always fun. Aim, gyro aim, and comics, the tie-in comics, and the whole original game, so people can go back for comparison's sake. And just so anyone complains about any like stupid woke shit, they have the option of just playing the original game. Although I think there isn't much woke shit in the Infamous One, because there aren't it's a very small game when you think about it. But I think that extra side missions and stuff would also be nice, just to again give the player, give returning players something new. Okay, as a little addendum or epilogue or extra or whatever, I think that it would probably be a waste of time. I think, well, if I don't think it should look as good as like, you know, a God of War, Ragnarok, or fucking uh, Grand Theft Auto 6, or any of those like super ultra mega hyper realistic games. I think this game, Infamous, Second Son, First Light, or whatever, has aged very well. If it looks like this will be more than enough. Personally, like deep down, I would like hey, look at her face. It looks good. They animate well. I think that what would be nice is like a game that tries to look as close as to the comics as possible. And if the remake just abandoned that realistic look and went for that, I would be okay with that. I'd love it. But um, what they are gonna do is make it make you see every hair on Cole's face and for no reason. And they're not gonna add motion aiming, and they're not gonna add any extra content, and it's gonna be buggy as shit. And then I'm I'm gonna stop. But uh, yeah, if they if visuals, I didn't say how I wanted it to look, so it was kind of like a big gap. I don't need it to look like the best shit ever. This is fine. No one needs hyper realistic. Well, this is, I guess, hyper realistic, but ultra mega hyper realistic is not necessary or wanted, and it's a waste of development time and money. Uh, and I honestly, if they just sort of made the old model slightly better, slightly more expressive and stuff, that would be great too. Because part of the charm, I think, is that it is an old game, and that I think that should be something that you lean into. That's why I don't really like. That's one of the many reasons I haven't like touched those Final Fantasy VII remakes, because there was like a charm in the old art for like Cloud and stuff, because it was very the anime of that time. Um, and like, but the remake games, they have a Ubisoft Towers, which is really all I need to say. So, um, yeah, just don't look don't look like Final Fantasy, please. Because those and with the colors, because those games are like gray, you know. And not that I hate the color gray. It's just that there's you can tell when there's like a richness of color. Um, and if you go between um God of War, what was it, 2018 versus God of War Ragnarok, you will see what I'm talking about. If you played both games, if you've seen both games, you will know what I'm talking about. God of War Ragnarok it's not an ugly game. And I think Leifei, however the fuck you say her name, Leifei also looks like God of War Ragnarok, which I don't like. Because there are times where things look good, but like the colors, they don't pop at you. It doesn't make me want to eat the screen. I want to eat the screen right now. Look at that green water. Oh my God. Yeah, look at that. Bits of pink and orange. This is beautiful. Look at how much color is on the screen right now. But it still reads as like realistic. Gosh, this is amazing. I've never said that about God of War Ragnarok or fucking. No, has anyone ever said that about Final Fantasy VII or Pragmata? Because Pragmata fans are not talking about that. They're talking about little girls. What else is also like Stellar Blade? Yeah, which, ugh, oh brother. Now I'm just talking about random bullshit. Okay, let's stop.